So the Sadducees come to Jesus with this question, and it hinges on an old law. And in our ears, this law sounds really barbaric, but it was actually for the protection of women. See, the rule was this, that if a woman got married and her husband died and she didn't have any kids, then the man's little brother would marry the wife. And that sounds really messed up. I mean, if I died and I didn't have any kids and my little brother got my wife, that'd be kind of weird. But this was actually for protection because back then there was not a lot of things women could do to take care of themselves financially in particular. In that culture and in that time and space, that was a very dangerous place to be. So God said, I'm going to set up your protection. If you don't have a husband, you don't have sons, I will make sure that you have someone to take care of you. So that's how it used to be. That law is no longer on the books after Jesus came. That dissolved, that completed and fulfilled a lot of those old laws. But now the Sadducees come to Jesus and say, okay, so there's this woman and she got married and her husband dies, so she marries the little brother, and then he dies, and then she marries the next little brother. There were 7 husbands, and then the wife dies. Well, when there's the resurrection from the dead, who is she going to be married to? And they're kind of hoping that Jesus laughs with them and goes, yeah, that's ridiculous. That just proves that there's no resurrection from the dead. But that is not what Jesus says. He actually gets really harsh with them. Listen to what he says. The people of this age marry and are given in marriage, but those who are considered worthy of taking part in that age and in the resurrection of the dead will neither marry nor be given in marriage, and they can no longer die, for they are like the angels. They are God's children, since they are children of the resurrection. So Jesus gets in their face and says, look, marriage is not going to work the way it does now. People aren't going to get married in the next life. You know why? Because they're children of God. So Jesus gets right up in their face and says, you know who doesn't get to have that resurrection? People who aren't children of God. And you say that you're not going to be raised from the dead, huh? What does that make you? This is harsh. But Jesus doesn't have patience for false teachers. He has patience for people. He loves them dearly, and he wants those false teachers to come to repentance. But he also will call those false teachers out. No. There is a resurrection from the dead. Those who rise again, they're children of God.